There comes a time in life when the weight of your dreams starts to feel heavier than the strength you think you have left. You've been fighting, struggling, pushing, and sometimes it feels like you're pushing against a mountain that refuses to move. You've cried not because you're weak, but because you've reached that point where the pain, the disappointment, and the setbacks seem unbearable. You've asked yourself, why me? Why can't it be easier? But my friend, those tears are not a sign of defeat. Those tears are the evidence that you are still in the fight. You don't cry to give up, you cry to keep going. You cry because deep down, you know you were not born to surrender. You cry because you still believe that somehow, some way, this struggle will mean something. Success doesn't come wrapped in comfort. It doesn't show up when you're at your best. It shows up when you're broken, when your back is against the wall, when you have nothing left but faith. People see the victory, but they don't see the nights you cried yourself to sleep, the mornings you woke up questioning your worth, or the countless times you showed up when nobody believed in you. The tears you shed are not wasted, they are watering the seeds of greatness that live inside you. Every tear is a declaration that says, I'm not done yet. You see, most people give up when the pain comes. They think pain is the signal to stop, but pain is not your enemy. Pain is a teacher. Pain is the test that asks, how bad do you really want it? Anyone can smile when everything's going right, but who are you when the world is falling apart? Who are you when no one claps for you? Who are you when the only thing keeping you moving is a whisper in your soul saying, don't stop now? That's the real test. The moments that break you are the moments that build you. When life knocks you down, it's not asking if you can get up. It's asking if you will. You can't build strength without struggle. You can't learn endurance without resistance. You can't develop faith without doubt. Everything you are going through has a purpose, even when it doesn't make sense. You have cried for help, cried for hope, cried because you felt invisible. But one day, those same tears will turn into fire, and that fire will become your power. You will remember every night you wanted to quit, and you'll smile because you didn't. Don't cry to give up. Cry to release the pain, to cleanse your spirit, to remind yourself that you are still alive. Every tear carries the memory of what you've survived. Every tear is proof that your heart still believes there's more waiting for you. Some people will never understand what it takes to keep showing up when everything inside you says stop. They don't know what it's like to chase a dream when you have nothing but the dream itself. But you know, you've been there. You felt the sting of failure, the ache of disappointment, and the loneliness of the climb. Yet here you are, still standing, still trying, still believing. The truth is, success is not about who never falls, it's about who refuses to stay down. You will fall, you will fail, you will cry. But none of that defines you. What defines you is what you do after the tears fall. What defines you is the decision you make when your heart is heavy and your strength is fading. That's where champions are made. In the silence, in the pain, in the darkness where nobody sees you working. When you cry, don't let those tears drown your spirit. Let them baptize your will. Let them remind you of why you started in the first place. You didn't come this far to quit now. You didn't fight all those battles to surrender when the finish line is finally near. The people who make it to the top are not the ones who never cried. They're the ones who learned how to turn their tears into fuel. They found a reason to keep going when quitting would have been easier. You've got to find that reason inside you. Maybe it's your family. Maybe it's your dream. Maybe it's the promise you made to yourself when nobody else believed you could. Whatever it is, hold on to it when everything else falls apart. There will be days when you feel like giving up on everything. On your dreams, your goals, even yourself. But that's the exact moment you have to dig deeper. That's the moment you look yourself in the mirror and say, I may be tired, but I'm not done. You have to talk to your own soul. You have to tell yourself that the pain you feel today is the strength you'll carry tomorrow. Cry if you need to, but don't stop. Wipe your tears, straighten your back, and keep walking. Just every step you take through the storm makes you stronger than before. You're not crying because you're weak. You're crying because you care. You care about your purpose, your passion, your potential. Weak people don't cry for something bigger than themselves. Only those who want to win so bad it hurts will cry and still fight. You've got to be one of those people. You've got to want it so bad that the tears don't scare you anymore. You've got to want it so much that even when you're on your knees, you're still looking up. Sometimes life will break you to shape you. It will strip away your comfort, your pride, your plans, so that you can become the person you were meant to be. You'll lose people, opportunities, moments, and you'll think you've lost everything. But you haven't lost yourself. That's the key. As long as you still believe, as long as you still have that fire burning inside, you haven't lost the fight. Don't cry because the journey is hard. Cry because you're strong enough to endure it. Cry because you're brave enough to continue when others would have stopped. You might be tired. You might be scared. You might even be broken. But broken pieces can still shine. Scars can still tell a story of strength. Tears can still build empires if they fall for the right reasons. You're not alone in your struggle. Every great success story began with pain, with failure, with moments of doubt and tears. The difference between those who win and those who don't is simple. The winners refuse to let their tears drown their dreams. You may not see it now, but the pain you feel today is creating a version of you that the world has never seen before. That version will be wiser, stronger, and unstoppable. You'll look back one day and realize that every sleepless night, every tear, every heartbreak was preparing you for the life you were meant to live. You'll see that the tears weren't breaking you. They were building you. There's a kind of strength that only comes from suffering. A kind of wisdom that only comes from loss. A kind of courage that only comes from fear. And a kind of success that only comes from perseverance. You're on that path right now. Don't rush it. Don't compare it. Just keep moving. Even if you move slow, even if you stumble, just don't stop. Because success doesn't belong to the smartest or the strongest. It belongs to the one who refuses to quit. You can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond. You can choose to cry and quit, or cry and continue. One path ends in regret, the other leads to greatness. You have the power to decide. When life hits you hard, remember, it's not trying to destroy you. It's trying to discover you. It's trying to reveal the fighter inside you. The warrior that's been silent too long. You've got to get to that point where you say, enough is enough. I've cried my tears. I've felt the pain, but I'm still standing. The tears may fall, but your spirit can't break. The storm may rage, but you can still walk through it. The mountain may seem impossible, but step by step you'll climb it. And when you reach the top, you'll realize that the tears you cried were not a sign of weakness. They were a sign of your transformation. Every time you cry, remember why you started. Remember the dreams that set your soul on fire. Remember the people who are counting on you. Remember the promise you made to yourself that you wouldn't quit until you made it. Those tears are sacred. They are the price of your progress. Let them fall, but don't let them stop you. You will face rejection. You will face betrayal. You will face days when no one believes in you. But you must keep believing in yourself, because the world doesn't owe you success. You have to earn it with sweat, sacrifice, and yes, sometimes tears. But every tear you shed brings you one step closer to your destiny. Every struggle is shaping you into someone powerful, someone unbreakable. The pain will pass, but the strength will remain. The tears will dry, but the lessons will stay. Don't cry to quit. Cry to conquer. Cry because you're becoming someone who can't be stopped. Cry because you're growing through what you're going through. One day, you'll look back and realize that the tears were necessary. They were the proof that you cared enough to fight, to try, to rise against. You have something inside you that's stronger than the pain. You have a fire that can't be put out. You have a destiny that's calling your name. Don't let temporary emotions destroy permanent dreams. When the tears come, let them come. Let them wash away the doubt, the fear, the weakness. Then stand up and move forward like the warrior you are. You were born to overcome. You were born to win. So don't cry to give up. Cry to keep going. Cry to release. Cry to remind yourself that you're still in the fight. Cry, but don't quit. Because when you wipe those tears, you'll see clearer. When you stand again, you'll stand taller. And when you finally succeed, the world will never understand the depth of your journey. They'll see the glory, but they'll never know the story. Keep pushing, keep believing, keep fighting. Because your tears are not a sign of weakness. They are the ink that writes your legacy. And when it's all said and done, you'll realize that every tear was worth it. Pain is not your enemy. It's the evidence that you're still standing, still moving, still refusing to give up. Every ache, every disappointment, every moment that breaks you is a sign that you're still in the arena, still pushing against the odds. Pain reminds you that you care, that you're alive, that your dreams still mean something to you. The people who never feel pain are the ones who've already surrendered to comfort, but not you. You're still fighting for what you believe in. Pain is the sound of progress, the heartbeat of transformation. It's what separates those who wish from those who win. When you feel pain, don't run from it. Listen to it, learn from it, let it shape you. It's proof that your story isn't over yet. Pain is proof you're still in the fight. It's the signal that something inside you is still alive, still burning, still reaching for what you believe is possible. When life pushes you down, when disappointment grips your heart and everything inside you screams to stop, the pain that you feel is not a punishment. It's a reminder that you haven't surrendered. Pain exists because there's still something in you that refuses to give in. It's the echo of your strength, whispering that even though it hurts, you are not finished yet. Most people run from pain, they hide from it, they pray it away, but pain has a purpose. It's not there to destroy you, it's there to develop you. It's there to strip away the illusion that success is easy, that greatness comes without struggle. It's there to reveal the warrior within you, the fighter who shows up when everything else has failed. when you feel pain, it means you're stretching beyond your limits. It means you're growing. No one becomes strong by living in comfort. No one discovers who they are when everything is perfect. It's in the chaos, in the pressure, in the tears that character is forged. The pain you feel today will become the strength you stand on tomorrow. Every wound carries wisdom. Every scar carries a story. Every struggle adds another layer of resilience. Pain is not a sign of weakness, it's the birthplace of power. The moment you decide to stop avoiding it, the moment you choose to face it, you begin to take control of your destiny. You start to understand that pain is not the enemy of success, it's the doorway to it. There are people who will never know what they are truly capable of because they avoid pain at all costs. They quit when it hurts. They stop when it gets heavy. They walk away when things don't go their way. But not you. You're different. You understand that the struggle is part of the story. You understand that every great dream requires a price, and pain is part of that price. The nights you cry, the days you doubt, the moments you feel like breaking, those are the same moments that are shaping you into the person you were born to become. The pain is carving strength into your soul, engraving discipline into your heart, and writing courage into your spirit. The ones who win in life are not those who avoid pain, but those who master it, who learn to use it as fuel. When you're in pain, it's easy to think that it will last forever. It feels like it's too heavy to carry, too much to endure. But pain is temporary, purpose is permanent. Pain passes, but the lessons it teaches remain forever. It teaches you humility when you think you've figured it all out. It teaches you patience when you want things to happen instantly. It teaches you gratitude when you realize that even the smallest progress is a victory. Every champion has cried. Every success story has been written with tears. Behind every smile that inspires others, there's a chapter filled with pain that only they know. You cannot become extraordinary without first learning how to endure the ordinary and survive the unbearable. Pain has a voice, and if you listen closely, you'll hear it say, "You are still in the fight." It's easy to misinterpret pain as failure, but pain is not the end, it's the process. The struggle you're in right now is not meant to break you, but to break open something greater within you. Every time you face pain and push through, you prove to yourself that you can handle more than you thought you could. You prove that your will is stronger than your fear. You prove that your faith is bigger than your circumstances. You prove that you are still in control, no matter how chaotic life becomes. Pain is the ultimate test of your belief. Do you believe enough to keep going even when it hurts? There's a version of you waiting on the other side of pain, a version stronger, wiser, more disciplined, more focused. But you can't meet that version if you quit when it hurts. You have to walk through it, crawl through it if you must. But you can't stop. Every time you choose to fight instead of flee, you are building a foundation that cannot be shaken. The person who learns to fight through pain becomes unstoppable. Pain can't scare you anymore. Failure can't intimidate you. Fear can't silence you. Because you've been through worse and survived. Pain builds perspective. It teaches you what truly matters. It strips away the noise, the excuses, the distractions, and leaves you face to face with your purpose. When pain enters your life, it doesn't ask for permission. It shows up suddenly, demanding your attention, forcing you to grow. You can either let it paralyze you or let it propel you. You can let it make you bitter, or you can let it make you better. The choice is yours. Every struggle you face is a chance to rewrite your story. Every painful moment is a question life is asking. Do you want this badly enough? And your answer is not in your words, it's in your persistence. It's in the way you get back up after being knocked down. It's in the way you keep showing up even when no one notices. Pain is not punishment. It's preparation. It's preparing you for the blessings, the opportunities, and the responsibilities that come with success. There's beauty hidden inside pain, but most people never see it because they run from it too fast. If you sit with your pain, if you allow yourself to feel it fully, you begin to uncover its purpose. Pain teaches you empathy. It helps you understand others who are hurting. Pain gives you strength. It shows you that you can survive even the darkest days. Pain brings clarity. It reminds you of what truly matters when everything else is stripped away. When you embrace pain instead of avoiding it, you stop being a victim of your circumstances and start becoming the author of your destiny. Pain doesn't define you, your response to it does. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel broken. It's okay to fall apart for a moment. But even in those tears, remember that you're still in the fight. The fact that you still care means there's still fire in you. The fact that it still hurts means you still have something worth fighting for. Don't confuse pain with defeat. Pain is not the end of your story. It's the chapter that proves you're still trying to write it. You may be tired. You may be wounded, but you're still standing. And as long as you're standing, you're still fighting. Pain is proof that your dream is alive. Pain is proof that you haven't settled. Pain is proof that you're still chasing something greater than yourself. The strongest people you'll ever meet are not those who've had easy lives. They are the ones who've learned how to fight through pain with purpose. They've cried, they've doubted, they've fallen apart, but they kept going. They turned their pain into their power. They used it as motivation to grow, to push harder, to become unstoppable. You can do the same. You can take the pain that once broke you and use it to build the life you've always dreamed of. You can take the hurt and turn it into healing. You can take the rejection and turn it into redirection. Pain will either destroy you or develop you. It depends on what you choose to do with it. So when life hits you hard, when the weight feels unbearable, when the tears won't stop falling, remember this pain is not your enemy. It's a sign that you're still in motion. It's a reminder that your journey is not over. You are still fighting, still growing, still becoming the person you were born to be. Pain is proof you're still in the fight. Tears are not weakness. They are transformations. Every tear that falls from your eyes is not a sign that you have failed. It's proof that your heart still believes. It's a reflection of how deeply you care about the dream you are chasing, the goal you are fighting for, and the life you are trying to build. Society tells you that crying is weakness, that strength means silence, that power means showing no emotions. But real strength is not pretending you're unbreakable. Real strength is feeling everything and still standing tall. The strongest people are not those who never cry, but those who cry, wipe their tears, and keep walking forward. Tears don't make you fragile, they make you human. They are the evidence of your courage to feel, your willingness to love, and your determination to keep going when life hurts the most. Transformation doesn't happen in silence or comfort. It happens in moments of surrender. When the pain becomes too much, when your mind is tired and your heart feels heavy, those tears that fall are washing away the old version of you. Every tear carries a piece of the fear, the doubt, and the insecurity that no longer belongs in your future. They cleanse the spirit, they open your heart, and they remind you that healing doesn't come from hiding what you feel. It comes from facing it. You are not breaking down, you are breaking open. You are being reshaped, redefined, and refined by your emotions. Every time you cry for your dream, you are allowing life to mold you into the person capable of living it. People misunderstand tears. They think crying is giving up. But crying is often the beginning of breakthrough. It's the body's way of releasing what the soul can't carry anymore. When you cry after failure, when you cry after loss, when you cry because you tried so hard and things still didn't work, those tears are not empty. They are creating space for something greater. You have to let the tears fall because they are part of your transformation. They are part of the purification that every dreamer goes through before success arrives. You can't reach your next level without letting go of the pain of the last one. And sometimes the only way to let go is to cry it out. When you hold back tears, you hold back healing. When you deny your emotions, you delay your growth. You can't pretend to be strong forever, because pretending builds walls around your heart. Those walls don't just keep pain out. They also keep love, joy, and hope from coming in. The moment you allow yourself to cry, you release the pressure, you unclench the fists of your soul, and you breathe again. You stop fighting your own feelings and start allowing life to move through you. Tears don't make you weaker, they give you clarity. They open your eyes to what truly matters. They wash away the illusions and bring you face to face with truth. The truth is, transformation hurts. Growth is uncomfortable. Change demands that you let go of everything that no longer serves you. And that's not easy. You cry because you're leaving behind a version of yourself that once felt safe. You cry because the old habits, the old fears, the old stories are being torn away, and that process feels like loss. But in reality, it's liberation. You're not losing who you are. You're uncovering who you were always meant to be. Tears are part of that uncovering. They soften the hardened parts of you. They teach you compassion. They make you humble. Through your tears, you learn empathy for others who suffer. Through your tears, you gain strength that doesn't come from ego, but from understanding. You can't become your highest self without being honest with your lowest self. And honesty hurts. There are nights when the silence feels too heavy, when you're lying there staring at the ceiling wondering if the fight is worth it. Your tears will answer that question, because the fact that you still cry means you still care. It means your spirit refuses to die. It means your dream is still alive inside you, asking for another chance. Don't silence your tears. They are your body's language of perseverance. They speak what your words cannot say. Sometimes tears come not from pain but from progress. You look at how far you've come, the things you've survived, the person you've become, and you cry not because it still hurts, but because you finally see how strong you are. Those tears of gratitude are powerful. They heal the memories that once haunted you. They transform trauma into triumph, sorrow into strength. You begin to understand that the tears that once fell in despair were watering the seeds of your future. Every drop was preparing you for something greater. You cried in the dark, but those tears were creating light within you. Don't let anyone shame you for crying. People will tell you to be strong, to hold it in, to move on quickly. But that's not healing. That's hiding. There's no shame in being human. There's no weakness in feeling deeply. If you cry, it means you have heart, and heart is what changes the world. The most powerful people are not the ones who show no emotion. They're the ones who've learned to transform emotion into motion. They take the energy of pain and turn it into purpose. They take the tears and build something meaningful from them. Your tears are sacred. They are the raw material of transformation. There will come a time when the same tears that fell from pain will return as tears of joy. You'll stand in the place you once only dreamed of, and the memories of every breakdown, every lonely night, every moment of despair will flood back, but this time you'll smile through the tears, because you'll finally see the meaning behind it all. You'll see that the tears didn't weaken you. They awakened you. They taught you to trust the process, even when you couldn't see the purpose. They showed you that vulnerability and strength can live in the same heart. Crying is not surrendering, it's releasing. It's letting go of what you can't control so that you can focus on what you can. It's admitting you're human while still holding on to faith that something better is coming. Every tear that falls carries the energy of hope. Every tear that hits the ground plants a seed of resilience. You are not breaking down, you are breaking through. You are transforming from the inside out. When you're chasing something big, when you're stepping into a higher calling, you will cry. You'll cry from exhaustion, from frustration, from fear, and sometimes from loneliness. But that doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're alive enough to care. It means you're brave enough to feel. You can't numb pain without numbing purpose. You can't silence tears without silencing truth. Allow yourself to feel everything, because what you feel you can heal. What you heal you can rise from. Every great person has had moments of tears. Behind every strong voice there were quiet nights of crying and praying. Behind every confident smile there was a storm survived in silence. You're not the only one who cries. You're part of the human story of transformation. And while others may see your tears as a sign of weakness, you'll know the truth, that your tears were turning your wounds into wisdom, your pain into passion, your fear into faith. So let the tears fall. Let them wash away what no longer belongs in your heart. Let them remind you that your spirit is still growing, still believing, still becoming. Your tears are not weakness. They are transformation. Every struggle is shaping your strength. The moments that break you, the moments that make you question everything you thought you knew about yourself, those are not wasted moments. They are molding you into someone far more powerful than you were before. Every challenge, every obstacle, every heartbreak is part of the construction of your character. You may not see it now, you may not understand it while you're in the middle of it, but the struggle you are facing is not random. It's refining you. It's pulling out the parts of you